Up and Away, Mission to Venus. Written and read by Jana Slobodova. Is it a good idea to go to Venus? Alan was beginning to doubt this mission. Their trip to Mercury had turned out quite well. True, they did lose all their provisions of popcorn, but they collected some rock samples and they even met a couple of Mercurians. Venus was going to be tough, though. "Listen to this," Alan said, as he pressed the everything button on the dashboard. "Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. One day on Venus lasts longer than one Cytherean year. Its atmosphere consists of sulfuric acid and carbon dioxide. The atmospheric pressure is 92 times greater than that on Earth." Alan threw a handful of popcorn into his mouth and turned to Ted. "Something tells me we should skip this one." Out of the window, they could see the yellow planet hanging solitary in space. No moons, no rings, just a big, smooth mustard ball of God knows what. Alan pondered. "I guess we could head straight to Mars." And he grabbed the steering frisbee to change the course when, whoosh! A rocket flew past at an amazing speed, turning and tumbling and spinning apparently completely out of control, and heading straight toward Venus. "Oh no, Ted! That spaceship looks like they're having some trouble. And look! If they crash, there is no way they will survive. We must save them." And so, as quick as can flash, he steered the rocket to follow the space vehicle towards the hostile planet. Ted looked a bit more worried than usual. They followed the shiny rocket blazing through space, and just as they entered Venus's atmosphere, Alan felt an uncomfortable sensation, like someone giving him a real tight hug. The next thing that happened totally freaked him out. The rocket suddenly collapsed. "What?" exclaimed Alan, manically pressing the everything button in an effort to land the ship without any further damage. He closed his eyes and held his breath, awaiting the impact. There was a big thump as the rocket came to a halt. Once on the ground, Alan examined the damage. The cardboard walls of the rocket had collapsed inwards and were pressing on him from all sides. He felt as if he had just been thrown into one of those metal crushing machines he saw at the scrapyard with his Uncle John. Everything in his spaceship was scrunched and out of shape. He could barely see, and he could hardly move. "Well, now that we have landed, sort of, let's get out of here." Alan gave his order and grabbed Ted. Together, they squeezed through the crumpled hatch and made their way out of the spaceship. Out in the open, things were different. Alan still felt as if he were being pressed from all sides, only now he was extremely hot too. The sun was a blazing white ball in the sky above, and through his breathing device he could smell the air stinking of rotten eggs and, well, you know what. He realized that the unpleasant aroma must have been the smell of sulfur in the atmosphere. More interestingly, somewhere nearby, he could hear voices. However, he couldn't see anyone through the thick haze of beige fog. He made a circle around the rocket to inspect the damage. It was definitely crushed, caved in completely. How would he ever get home for dinner? Then it clicked. Of course, the pressure, Ted. The high atmospheric pressure must have affected the ship, and that must also be why we feel like tubes of toothpaste. "Okay, Baronaut One, you stay here and hammer the ship back into shape, and I will go and investigate the odd sounds." He took an invisible flexi hammer out of his backpack and handed it to Ted, then took off in the direction of the faint noises. He didn't have to go far, when out of the mellowing smogginess appeared 3 tall lizard-like creatures with long tails and green-grey scales. He was sure that he had seen something similar on a TV documentary. Alan was surprised that they didn't seem to be in any distress at all, or even in need of any assistance. They were shouting, laughing, and generally fooling around. Alan came closer only to observe that they were at the edge of a pool of smelting molten lava, bubbling away all red and aglow, like his own spicy hot stew. "Cannonball!" one of the aliens shouted and promptly jumped straight into the lava. He made a semi-impressive splash, and tiny drops of lava launched themselves high into the air. One piece landed on Alan's arm. Alan cringed with pain and brushed it off. It left a smallish red sore burn on his elbow. "Hey!" he shouted at the lizards. "Are you okay? I saw you crash." "What?" One of the aliens turned around. "Hey guys, take a look at this specimen. Hey man, you want to join in?" "Are you okay?" Alan repeated. "We came to rescue you right after we saw your ship crash." "Crash? Did you hear that, Lance? You crashed the ship." The alien laughed a long, good-humored laugh, and then turned back to Alan, who was looking rather sweaty and confused. "We didn't crash, man. We landed. That's our ship over there." And indeed, there was a ship, resembling a crumpled soda can, parked on its side nearby. "We are from Jupiter, man. We came here for a holiday. Love the warmth. You don't get weather like this on Jupiter, man. It's always freezing. This is where we come to enjoy the heat, to bask. This is the life, man. You sure you don't want to join us for a swim?" Alan paused in a thoughtful pose. "So you didn't crash?" "Nope." "And you are not in any danger?" "Have you gone bananas?" roared the lizard, as he reclined on smouldering rock. "And you don't want to be rescued?" "Rescued? Get out of here. We just want to enjoy some nice downtime for a week, lounge a little, and then get back home. We got a 7-day leave from the job back home. Thing is, the employer didn't specify if he meant Jupiterian days or Venerian days." The lizard laughed merrily. "So instead of counting days on Jupiter, where one of them takes less than 10 Earth hours, we're taking 7 Venerian days off. Not our fault, man." And with that, he got up, stretched, and dived deep into the open lava crater. Alan dodged out of the way, the drops of hot lava narrowly missing him. He quickly did the math in his head. 7 Venerian days, that would be 1,701 Earth days, which makes for 57 Earth months, which is just a tad more than 4.5 Earth years. "Well, enjoy your holiday then. It was good to meet you," he called out over his shoulder as he hurried back to his space vehicle. Ted was almost finished with knocking the crippled ship back into shape. "Let's get out of here, Ted, before the ship caves in again. I could kill for a cold glass of water." They both climbed inside. Without hesitation, Alan hit the everything button and they took off from the scorching pastel yellow planet into the cool, deep, endless blackness of space. What a relief! "You know, Ted, Venus looks amazing from Earth. It looks like the brightest star in the night sky. But with its volcanoes, high pressure, scorching temperatures, smelly air, and odd tourists, I think I very much prefer looking at it from a distance. What do you think?" asked Alan as he gazed into the darkness, but Ted was now sleeping. Alan saw the Earth drifting slowly past the window, all blue and white and beautiful. It looked peaceful. "Home," he thought, feeling thankful. "We will be back soon," he whispered towards the giant rock. "But not just yet," he said to himself. "Not just yet."